Okay. Is there going to be a countdown? Was 3, 2, 1 the countdown?
Yes.
I thought in the business, what business are we in?
The
entertainment
podcasting
business. Podcast business? I thought we counted down from 5.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay, we're going to start the show now.
All right, ready?
Count
5,
down.
4, 3.
3 comes after 4?
2, 1.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the latest installment of The Dave Show featuring John. I'm Dave.
I'm John.
And we are not alone here in John's apartment.
No, we're not. I feel like I live in a zoo now because I have your dog and I have the cat, Sif.
John was wondering whether or not he wanted to have an animal, so I said, tell you what, why don't we run back to my house or where I'm from, where my mom lives with animals, and we grabbed my dog, and he's been here for a month now, and 2 days before we were going to go pick up the dog, what happened?
I found a kitten who had a broken paw over. I had to call a swim meet over at Stivers Aquatic Center in Barberville, and there was a little kitten up under a car meowing, and because she was hurt, and so I got her and brought her to the apartment.
Right.
And so she's sitting over there watching you pet Baxter at the moment.
Yep. So you've had her for a little over a month now.
Yeah. I think I got her the 6th, and then I got Baxter the 10th. I think that's December 10th.
Something like that,
yeah.
I think. And how are they getting along?
At first, she was sleeping under the couch at night because she didn't trust him.
Right, because she was only, how old at the time?
When I took her to the vet, they said no older than 6 weeks.
Right. Baxter's 8 years old.
Yeah, so, and he just ignored.
He's half Jack Russell, half Beagle.
He reminds me of a border collie the way he is spotted, though.
Yeah, he's actually.
And he's smart.
He's got, he's actually not half Jack Russell, half Beagle. I just thought he was. He's got that big, muscular chest area.
Yeah.
Like a Jack Russell, but he's mostly just a mutt.
Yeah.
Furry little turd.
He's a good mutt. But, yeah, he kind of just ignored Sif and let Sif make the contact.
That's what he does.
And once Sif started making contact, and now she loves Baxter, and when I have to put Baxter up in the room, she sits at the door and paws under the door at him. So, and sometimes, he'll go to his food bowl, and she'll walk up beside him at the water bowl, and she'll drink out of his water bowl while he's eating out of his food bowl.
Yeah,
so.
Baxter's lived around cats his whole life. Mom currently has 5. So
he
just ignores them, and he'll hang out with them if they want to hang out. He'll ignore them if they don't like them. He doesn't care.
I had planned on keeping Baxter until you said something, but something came up. So.
Oh, well, don't worry, because I had secretly planned on you keeping Baxter indefinitely.
And I had planned on it, too, because I love him. But
yeah, it turns out John's landlord doesn't allow dogs.
I don't know if he doesn't allow them or doesn't like them, but
I think he just doesn't like them.
I think so too because it didn't say I don't have nothing about the cat, but he doesn't like the dog. Another tenant over here got kind of not kicked out, but kind of let
ignored,
go.
Basically,
got ignored because they had a dog. So
yeah, got persona non grata, and they just kind of evicted themselves.
And I told Sam I'm gonna be so depressed because I've got attached to him, but I have a kitty, so
poor Baxter. Yeah, we're gonna take Baxter back next week. So I've not figured out when yet, but I'll let you know. Listeners, you don't care. This is private business. Quit eavesdropping, you jerks. Well, it's been a while since we've podcasted. We've basically caught you up on most of what's happening.
Yeah, honestly, not as long of a break as we took last time, but I'm fine with just every now and then.
We still get to call this season 3.
Yeah.
So this will be the newest episode of season 3. It is the beginning of January. 2 Oceans 14, and what do you do at the beginning of January, John?
New Year's resolutions.
Do you have any?
I have a couple.
All right. Do you want to go through all of yours?
Do you want to just go what's my first? What's your first? What's my second? What's your second?
Yeah, we'll alternate and then try to remember whose it is and whose turn it is. You could go first.
I want to. My first New Year's resolution is I do not want to eat out as much in restaurants.
My first is I want this cat to quit looking at me.
She is staring at you. I don't know why.
I resolved to make this cat quit looking at me.
She's just staring at you.
Look over there. New Year's resolution completed. Hello.
Yeah, I want to start eating out less because not from from a health standpoint and from a financial standpoint.
Right.
Because we go out every day at lunch at work, and
really?
Yeah. So it just kind of drains a hole in my check. So
well, if you're being forced to pay $7 for a lunch,
yeah,
you might as well pick it yourself.
Well, and the cafeteria food is $3.
Oh, really?
But, yeah.
Oh, boy, that's a
for
discount.
staff, it's $3.
Oh.
But so I'm going to start going there a little more,
especially on Caesar salad day.
Especially on Caesar salad day, and then and then from, like I said, from a health point too, I think it'd be better if I just eat,
And you've got this big old kitchen.
Mm-hmm. But the problem is I don't go into work till about 11 every day. So if I get up at 10:30 and start cooking lunch, I won't be done until 12, and I won't go until 1.
Well, I guess you'll have to. You can always get up earlier,
Well, that may be another resolution. We'll see. We'll see as we keep
now
going.
That you are an adult with technically a real job, maybe you can go to bed before 3.
It's hard.
I know it's hard. I personally don't go to bed till about 4:30, but I also haven't worked in 7 years, and I'm just a loser. So.
Well, it's like I'll get sleepy every night about 8 or 9.
Right.
And I'll just be like, well, it's too early
right
to go
after
to bed now.
you eat dinner.
Yeah, I do. I eat dinner at 10 o'clock. But well, most of the time I don't get in or done with my obligations until 8 or 9. Like last night, I had to be on another show, Steve Black show.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do that, and I did that until 8 o'clock, and then I didn't get home until about 6 o'clock. So, I mean, it's hard. I don't, and it conflicts with me because it's easy just to walk over to Subway and get a foot long, and walk back over here instead
Especially
of cooking.
Since it's literally next door. I certainly did that when I was house sitting a couple weeks ago.
You can spit on Subway from here.
I had to stay here for 3 days and was at Subway twice, I think.
Yeah, we didn't talk about. We just started the podcast, but
I house sat for 2 days while John went back home to the holler to pass out Christmas gifts
to all the kiddies who stopped by.
This cat's playing with the headphone cord.
And before this podcast is over, when she gets more comfortable with you being here, she'll be up on the laptop. So I have to keep her up off of that.
Yeah, cats love laptops. They're so warm.
Yeah, and I have a decoy laptop. I have my personal laptop, and I have my work laptop. So I will open up that one, and then she'll lay on that one while I'm on this one. So I trick her.
Now, have you started eating out more now that you've started this job?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a big part of it because, I'm going on the road tomorrow to cover a game, so we'll eat at Wendy's. I mean, we'll stop and eat at Wendy's, and I'll be starved to death by the time I get out of the game.
Yeah, because packing a lunch is just not really logistical. You can do it, but that's just one more thing you got to keep track of, And do you drive yourself?
No, I ride the bus.
Ride the bus?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I really don't want to be carrying a sack lunch around around a bunch of college athletes.
Especially when I have a budget to pay for that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, why would I pass it up? Ow.
That's true. I guess, and also, when you're trying to, you can't really pick healthy choices off a fast food menu because even the salad is cooked in fry grease.
And more calories than the burgers.
It's all full of sugar, so.
And if you want to go to a fast food place and order a salad, it's like $7, and you can get a burger off the dollar menu.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's the point?
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
What kind of stuff do you like to cook?
I enjoy meat.
Good answer.
So, like last night, I love vegetables too. So, I'll put, like last night, I chopped up some chicken, I chopped up some steak, and I put it all in a skillet with some vegetables, and I sauteed it. And then I put some, spicy ranch seasoning over it. And then I made some jalapeno cream, and I dumped it on there, and I ate it. So I try to stay away from Italian food, like pasta and stuff, because that really packs on the pounds for me.
That's true.
That may be a New Year's resolution.
I know when I lived in Louisville, I didn't have any money then either. I don't really remember the last time I had money. It was probably 2007. Anyway. I would eat. We had a rice cooker, and I would use it to cook rice because I still don't know how to cook rice. My mother has told me how to cook rice 100 times at least, and it's only like 4 steps, and I can't remember 2 of them every time I try to do it. But I would do it in the rice cooker, and when it was done, I just take the lid off and dump in a can of tuna fish or 2.
Yeah.
And I eat tuna fish and rice constantly. I could probably eat that for every meal still. Just tuna fish, butter, and rice. It's not the best, but it sure will keep you alive.
That's like I said, I'm kind of hard up this month because of Christmas, and we got paid early at work, so I had Christmas bills, all that good stuff. So I'm broke this month.
6 weeks off work for Christmas?
Yeah, we got off the beginning of December and didn't go back till January 2nd. So, so the other night I was starving and I really didn't have anything to eat. So I went in there. It's before I got some groceries. So I went in there and put some boiling water in a coffee cup. And you know those chicken bouillon cubes?
Yeah.
That I put 2 of those in there and stirred it up and drank it. And I was like, well, that's dinner.
We used to take those and we'd unscrew somebody's shower head and put a cube in between the shower head and the nozzle and screw it back on, and they'd get a chicken soup bath. Chicken broth bath.
Dusty Rhodes would say, it's hard times, baby.
It's hard time,
it's hard times, baby.
My muffler fell out, Daddy.
You may have to include that video.
I might put a link to that in the info of when we put this on YouTube.
In the doobly-doo, as Will Sanderson would call it.
All right. So I guess that's your first one?
That's my first one. Don't eat out as much for financial and health reasons.
Good one. I guess I'll do my first one. Let's stick to food. My first one is barbecue.
BBQ.
Yes. I've been, over the past about 18 months, I've gotten pretty obsessed with barbecue and the subculture around barbecue. I love Barbecue Pitmasters on Destination America, that channel. The first 3 seasons are on Netflix. The first season is the best. The second season, they changed the format, and it's not as great. But the third season, they changed the format again into what the format currently is. Mm-hmm. It stayed the same since the third season. And
what season are they on?
They're getting ready to start 6, I think. 6 starts this month. But definitely check it out if you're interested in barbecue. And I really got into like the whole subculture of not just the backyard smokers, but like the competitions. I'm not interested in the competitions for myself. I would definitely, because I'm not ever gonna have an RV and a camper and a tent
and a smoker and a
gigantic,
one of those huge ones,
these $15,000 smokers. But I would definitely, I definitely would like to become a judge, because there's a process for that. I did get a Masterbuilt 30-inch electric smoker for Christmas. I asked for an electric smoker instead of a coal one because I wanted to know that barbecue was what I wanted to do. And I figured I might as well baby step it my way in. So I asked for an electric smoker, and I got it. And yesterday, I cooked my first pork shoulder, the Boston butt part of the pork shoulder. They call it a Boston butt because all the sports teams in Boston are ass. Ha 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 ha. If you're a fan of any New England sports team, you can suck it.
I'm a huge Red Sox fan.
Yeah. Well, you went to Union, so you love the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Steelers.
No, I love the Seahawks now.
Oh, do they love the Seahawks?
Yeah.
Oh, those sons of bitches.
Yeah. Seahawks.
Sons of bitches.
So I have to bandwagon you up on whatever team is hot. So
the Seahawks, I'm transitioning currently into the Seahawks because we plan on moving to Washington within the next 2 years. So it'll be nice to live somewhere with a football team. Anyway, barbecue. Yesterday, I actually got up at what's today? Friday.
Yep.
Since I sleep during the day, I got up at like 2 o'clock on Wednesday, and I prepped the smoker and I prepped the poke butt and everything, and then I started it about 6 o'clock yesterday morning, and smoked it for about 6 hours, and I hadn't had any sleep, and I was like, I'm ready. I need to sleep. So I just took it out, put it in a new aluminum pan, foiled it up, and put it in the oven for about 275 for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then I took it out, and I let it rest for about 30, 45 minutes while I made some baked macaroni and cheese. Yeah, I made food. It was weird. It was not healthy food, but it was. I sure as shit made it. And then I unfoiled it, and the shoulder blade bone that's in there just plopped right out. And I mean, you've had some yourself right now.
I cleaned the plate, and it was cold. I didn't even warm it up. I was so
I
hungry.
ate it cold last night with Ritz crackers.
It was moist. It was good and moist.
Yeah,
That's the big thing about pork butt is I've ate some that is so dry it doesn't taste good. It has to be moist. I'm not a professional at all.
I left all the fat on it, and I cooked it fat backside up, and so all the fat didn't render it out either. Next time I'll sleep more and then start the smoke closer to when I wake up. I'm gonna leave it on the smoker the whole time. But yeah, the foil really helps it retain its moisture. And when I would change it to a new aluminum, oh man, those aluminum pans are the greatest things. Yeah. I love them. I'm new to these things. I love them. The 13x9 are the best. I moved it to a new one, and then I took the old one and I just poured the juice all back over it, and threw some apple juice in there too.
Apple juice.
Yep. The bark was my rub was just black pepper, kosher salt, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, and then I let that rub sit on it all night. And then just before I put it on the smoker, I put a layer of brown sugar on it. But yeah, as soon as I was done, we started chopping it up. I wasn't happy with it. I didn't like the smell of it. I like the smell of it now. It's okay. I just have never really smelled some good smoked meat apparently, but I didn't like it. I don't think I rendered enough fat out of it. I thought it was too mushy, but then it turned out to not be that mushy once it dried up a little bit. But it just really made me anxious to get out there and do it again and change what I did. I think I did wrong, and now that I know what pitfalls happened the first time. For my first smoke, I'm pleased with it. I gave it a 3 out of 10. But I'm interested in doing more, and eventually I'm gonna run this Masterbuilt until it breaks, and then I think I'm gonna get a Weber Smoky Mountain coal grill. Oh, what are you raising your head for, Baxter?
I think you heard somebody.
Uh-oh. Somebody coming up the steps?
Maybe, yeah.
They have a key to the apartment?
No.
Uh-oh.
Did you lock the door when you came in?
Yeah.
Oh. I probably should go do that.
Oh, you know what? Let's just pause it. Anyway, or you can just go unlock the door.
Yeah, how about you
and I'm just going to talk about barbecue.
Let's do that.
That's fine. You go unlock the door. What was I talking about, though? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Something about... Okay, I know... Oh, yeah, I remember. I'm going to get a Weber Smoky Mountain, probably 18-inch, maybe 22-inch, one that runs off big chunks of wood and coal. And one of those, maybe eventually in life I'll have 2 of them. Or a big green egg. I guess with us moving to Washington, I'm going to look in to see what's, I guess, the most rust-proof kind of... cooking thing. I can't talk forever by myself, so it would be great if you would just put on these headphones. Get here, put the cans on, son, because I'm all done with barbecue.
All Baxter's favorite people is in the building. I guess minus BB. But Sam and you are here, and it's the best time of his life right now.
Yeah. If my girlfriend was here, he would probably explode because he can't be in 4 places at once. He doesn't know what to do.
Like when me and Sam were, I sent you the picture. She was sitting on the couch, and I was sitting on the love seat, which, if you've never seen my living room, the couch is on one side.
Yeah.
The love seat's on the other side, and there's a big, beanbag chair in the middle, which is like a futon beanbag chair. And he was sitting on that, and he just kept looking back and forth. He didn't know who to go sit with.
Yeah.
So it's the best time of his life right now.
This 15 by 15 living room. Jeez. If you ever want to really get into exercising, just start watching TV in your bedroom and walk to your fridge for a glass of water. That's a mile run right there.
It really is.
All right, that's 1 each. It's your turn.
My second one is I want to do DDP yoga more.
Okay.
Because I had at least 6 6 to 7 weeks done. So I was almost to the last stage of the first DVD.
Right.
And I was killing it. I mean, I felt great, and then I went to Las Vegas, and I started eating whatever I wanted to.
I went to Las Vegas, and I got engaged, and now,
and I haven't done it since I got engaged and and went to Las Vegas. So I want to try to hop on that more because it really,
right.
I didn't really lose weight from it, but I lost. I guess I lost, and I'm not. It's not really the weight loss I'm worried about. It's more flexibility and how good my muscles feel because I did play high school basketball,
right.
And even though I wasn't the greatest player, it still took a toll on my body, and so my knees still hurt, my ankles still hurt, and now when I play pickup, if I'm around, I don't care how much I weigh, but if I'm around 190, then it's a lot of pressure on my knees and ankles, and they buckle a lot and they hurt. But if I'm down to like 180, 175, then I'm golden.
If I weighed 190, I don't know if I would even wear clothes. I would be like that scene in The First Nutty Professor.
Yeah, but you're also taller than I am, so.
Yeah, but not by much.
No.
Just a few inches.
You'd look like this.
That's right.
Sexy beast.
We've got the DDP yoga system. We ordered it. We've got the first set of it or whatever. I did a lot of research into that because, I hate everything and I hate all.
You can't find a flaw in it.
Yeah, I couldn't find a flaw in it. And if there's somebody who can sniff out the snake oil, it's definitely me.
Yeah, I agree.
And, I really can't find a flaw in it. I think it's great. It's just hard.
Yeah, people. Yeah, if you do look into DDP yoga, like it does make it look easy on whatever.
Well,
it's really hard.
The secret to DDP yoga, the DDP stands for Diamond Dallas Page, the former wrestler, who is in even better shape now than he ever was when he was a pro wrestler. It's yoga, but it's all like based in dynamic resistance, which basically means contracting all your muscles at once while you're doing it.
And it sucks.
Yeah, that's basically, you're using and working so many muscles at once. That's what exercise is. So yeah, it's definitely a good system. I would like. I need a yoga brick before I start because I'm very big and I can't keep balance for shit when I'm trying to be on one knee or whatever.
And that's the thing about DDP yoga too is it doesn't matter where you are, you can still start it and you can still form the workouts the way you want them. And that's what I really liked about it. And I would always challenge myself, which I think that's part of the reason why I got burnt out, because I would challenge myself. So if he would say, here you can lower your knees here, I wouldn't do it because I don't like to do that because I'm competitive. And I was like, nope, not doing that. And so I was seeing great results from it. I lost a lot of inches from my waist, and I was getting a little cut, and then I just completely stopped it. And I mean, I did not miss a week through about 7 weeks.
No, because I would be like, hey, I'm not doing anything. Entertain me in Facebook chat. You're like, I gotta do my yoga, bub.
And I loved it, but I want to get started back at least 3 times a week because that's all it calls for is 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So I mean,
let's pause this. I need to grab a water.
Okay, let's.
We're gonna pause, then be back with some DDP yoga.
Now we're back. There we go.
Are we back? All right, I'm with you. DDP yoga. I'll probably start doing it too when I get a brick because. Just doing that, just smoking the barbecue yesterday, man, going up and down the steps all day and lean and bending just my back and my knees and my feet over any little effort. I don't really get out of breath unless I have to come up your steps here at the apartment, but there's 100 of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, my knees and feet and ankles and back are just like the minimal effort makes them sore, and it's just not fun. It's not great. And when you get older, your body just stops working.
That's true.
Oh, my God. It just...
I've been playing...
I had sinus allergies a couple weeks ago. Like, I could feel my sinuses hurting. I've never had a problem with my sinuses in my whole damn life.
Well,
it
do now.
Starts. That's what happens when you quit smoking.
And then in a couple years, you'll be like, well, back in my day...
Yeah. I've not had much in the way of sugar in about... 6 weeks.
I couldn't do
that.
that.
We quit. Well, like I've had some Pop-Tarts here and there, but I quit buying.
Yeah.
I quit buying shitty food. I still buy crackers and there's chips. Well, if I can knock out chips and crackers, I'll be set. But I've knocked out sugary snacks.
I had a box of Nerds last night.
With the exception of a package of Pop-Tarts. But one package of Pop-Tarts a day is a whole lot less than what it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough for me because I like I said, I had a whole box of Nerds last night. I had a whole box of Spree like a week ago. So I love like sugary candies like that, but like I said, I try to stay away from carbs. I try not to drink my calories.
I don't like that stuff. I like Little Debbie's.
Yeah, I don't like those. I guess it's both.
Yeah,
just
I like
as
Little
bad.
Debbie's and
oatmeal cream pies.
Oatmeal, yeah,
good.
that's definitely one. That is definitely one. Those fruit pies.
Yeah,
I like fruit pies.
I
like Pop-Tarts. I like sugary cereal.
And those fruit pies are like 560 calories.
Fuck! Don't tell me that.
They are. That's crazy.
The first F-bomb. How long did we make it?
25:45.
We've been going for 25 minutes.
How about that?
Jeez,
Usually
get ready.
it's like
Get
5.
ready for a supersized episode. Neither of these people are eating tonight. All right, what's my second one? We just finished your second one. Now I have to come up with the second one. I'm currently I'm going to create content. That's what I'm doing this year because I still can't find employment. So I'm let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm creating a YouTube channel, and a lot of it is just going to be videos of me doing things and then being me, But there's like I'll videotape myself barbecuing or cooking something, or I still have plans to do the no spoilers episodes where I get drunk and tell the plot of movies that I've not seen. And the first episode will be Beauty and the Beast. So
sweet. And a lot of these are going to be movies that I've never seen. So
oh boy,
I've never seen Beauty and the Beast.
Well, you're not missing. I'll tell you all about it. Just watch my video, and that'll be good enough. And I won't give any spoilers for the video, but I'm 100% convinced that this Gaston fellow is the hero. He has a statue. You don't have a statue at the beginning of the movie unless you're already a hero.
That's true.
And that's all I'll get into that video. But I've also started writing a book, and let me just explain something. I don't like it when people refer to themselves as authors or writers, and they've only written one thing. Because especially in this area, you'll see people on Facebook, and they'll have their Facebook will be their name and then the word author after their name for their personal page. And all they did is write some really bad book and self-publish it.
Like on Amazon or something, because anybody can do that, right?
Well, yeah, used to not, but yeah. And the books are always terrible. They're usually like just romance or religion-based weirdness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to explain. But anyway, I don't like it when people refer to themselves as author. I'm writing a book, but I'm going to release it through Amazon's digital. It's going to be Kindle only, basically.
Yeah.
It's going to be an ebook. It's what got me angry was this 50 Shades of Grey book because basically because it made so much money and it's awful.
Yeah.
And it's fine that people want to like awful things. I couldn't wrap my head around, everyone who loved this thing is like some housewife or something, or like it's not even. I call it housewife porn, but it's not even really housewives that are the most vocal about it. It's professionals, but it's like adult women who have never heard of actual pornography.
Yep.
And like men like images and women like text, because men think in pictures and women think in text. And women like books better. Women love romance novels. But this book is so bad. I mean, it's literally Twilight fan fiction.
Yeah, I'd read that.
And the names were changed.
Yeah.
And the funny part is that it's these like people who are talking about it in these whispered Facebook statuses and all this stuff. It's just bondage. It's just people being tied up. There's some domination stuff in it. It's really not that big of a deal. It's the most white bread, quote unquote, pearl clutching stuff.
I love pearl clutching. I love that term.
It's like it's not that big of a wow. It's your first day. It's the first day on the internet is how I describe it. It's people who love this book. It's like, congratulations, it's your first day on the internet. Good job of finding this book on your first day of the internet. And they did the casting news for the movie.
Yeah.
And all these women were so mad because the Sons of Anarchy guy didn't fit the exact image in their head of a fictional character. But anyway, that book was terrible, and it was fan fiction to begin with.
Yeah, that's the article.
And it made $1 billion. So I've started writing. I was like, I bet I can write a worse book and make some money, because I went to like the digital book section on Amazon, and I went to what's called New Adult, which is like romance novels and that kind of stuff. And I looked at the #1 book, and I looked at the tagline, or like an excerpt or whatever the back cover things are. What's that called, English major? The back cover, the words there. She shook her head at me, John. I can't believe she teaches English to high schoolers.
She doesn't know.
And she doesn't know the parts of a book. Anyway, but it was the worst. It was like 7th grade reading level. She knew he had a dark secret. She didn't care. She loved him anyway. But was he always going to be there? She didn't know. That's the #1. That's the #1 digitally downloaded new romance book.
That's fantastic.
You sell 10,000 copies of that at $3 because they're only like $2.99.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have to pay for printing, you can charge $3 or $4 for a book. That book was 100. It was 100 pages ebook for $3. You sell 10,000 of those, you keep 70% of the money. Amazon only takes 30% when you digitally publish. So that's a few $1,000s for writing ding dong fart jokes, basically. So what I've started this terrible science fiction novel, which it's basically sci-fi sex comedy.
Yeah, I've previewed some of it.
I wrote the prologue. I've got 6 pages done. I forcibly made John read. I copy and paste a lot of it. It's intentionally terrible. It's about a 4-armed space dominatrix who has a client get murdered or get killed accidentally at the very beginning, and then who knows what's going to happen from there? I don't, because I'm literally just making it up as I go along. I don't have any kind of an outline or anything.
It's pretty awesome.
Stream of conscious, and it's sort of a mix of 50 Shades of Grey and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Because I like footnotes and I like parentheses, and I like just shoving all this extra information that just means nothing to people, because then you can call back to it.
I'm a huge fan of, like, when I read comedy books is when they have the footnotes and it's something just stupid or funny at the bottom. I like stuff like that. So
I'm writing that, and I made a Facebook group for people to read it as I write it, so that basically so that people get on my ass to make sure I keep writing, because I'm trying to write every day, and I haven't in the past week because of the weather and me just sitting around being, oh, it's snowing. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to drink this whiskey. But I'm going to get back into it this weekend and crank out a few more pages. So there's that. There's the YouTube video. There's the YouTube videos I'll be doing. Going to be podcasting. And I might even get back into streaming. I might take another run at it, because it's just going to be hours of the day that I'm trying to fill with creating stuff. Because the more you create, basically, the bigger it all counts as like a quote-unquote portfolio or whatever.
Yep.
What do you think, Kat?
Yeah, Sif is just wandering around the living room.
With a broken foot. Which one's broken? I don't even know.
You don't even know anymore.
I never knew to begin with.
Nope, she healed. It healed up very well. I don't know which one. Do you remember which one it was, Sam? Left or right? Does Sam know anything today?
Yeah, Sam says left. I was thinking left too, because that's the one that she would get caught on things.
She can't. I don't.
She couldn't. She can't constrict and relax her claw in that hand.
Yeah. And the vet said there was no nerve damage, but I can see that in her. She can't really control her nails as much in that. But other than that, she's running, jumping, climbing, keeping me up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Sometimes she has a toy still attached to her paw that she doesn't know about. And
she'll be walking and then she'll find it and she'll.
Yeah.
And sometimes she drags the backpack across the living room because her paw gets hung in it and she tries to get away from it.
My favorite is when she sits down to lick her butt and notices she has a tail and grabs it and rolls around the house. The
other evening, and we're going off topic, but she was sitting on top of the couch and she was just sitting there and.
Oh, trust me, people would rather we talk about cats than sports.
That's very true.
So.
And her tail just starts going back and forth, and she looks back at it, and she kind of moves it, she kind of waves it, and then she immediately jumps back and tries to attack her tail. So she doesn't know she has a tail sometimes.
All right, your number 3 New Year's resolution.
Actually, playing off yours a little more is I want to be more creative. And I don't care what ways really, which is more like podcasting and stuff. Because when I broadcast, it's by the book.
Right.
So I can't really stray one way or another. Now I have fun on air. I don't, I'm not a stickler because I've only got, I only average probably 30 to 40 people on, an average broadcast, which is fine with me and fine for the college because it's parents and they get to watch their kids, so that's fine with them. But for me, I want another creative outlet where, I love calling games, but I need something else to kind of piggyback off that because when I was in college, my creative outlet was doing the games. Now I'm doing the games for a job. So it's a little bit different. So I want to do a lot more creative things, whether that's and I write stuff personally too, and I do outlines and things like that, and that's fun for me. But I do want to start doing more podcasts, and then I got Soul Pancake as well. That helps with creativity.
Oh, you read a book. Congratulations.
I did not read it all. It's more of a workbook.
Oh, you read part of a book. Good job.
It's more of a workbook. It's not a reading book.
Is that Rainn Wilson book?
Yeah.
Pass.
Okay.
I got Nick Offerman's book for Christmas.
I wanted that one too. I may get that one for my birthday.
Well, once I get finished reading it, I'll let you borrow it.
Okay, sweet.
It's where I keep all my books, directly across from the toilet. I got like 4 or 5 books for Christmas. They're all about TV and Hollywood and stuff like that. One's about the mailroom and Hollywood agencies. Mm-hmm. Like William Morris and Endeavor, the talent agencies. Yeah. People who start in the mailroom and
work their way up. Or?
Basically, it's all about the mailroom from like 1940 on. It's done interview style, like those books we like to read, like the ESPN book and the Saturday Night Live book and stuff like that.
I didn't read the Saturday Night Live book, but the ESPN book was really good.
Well, you should have. I've read so many books that are in that interview style. I've read those 2. I've got the MTV one. I've got an NBC one from the must-see TV years.
Yeah.
I got a Second City one. That's all. Goodbye.
So, yeah, I want to be more creative, and that book helps out a lot. And then I'll get to the other ones later. It plays off of what we're talking about, but you can go on with your third.
No, I think you have to do a real third.
That is a real third.
If we
be more creative.
I want to do more DDP yoga, but I didn't make that one.
That's true. What am I? All right, a real third one, I guess. I don't know. That was my third one. Is be more creative. I want to read more, as well. That was my 4th one, but I guess that's my 3rd one too.
I'm just kidding. That can both count. Ha. I got you to say your 3rd and your 4th.
But
I've only done 2.
I love to read, but I don't get the time to do it, so I want to make time to read more instead of watching TV.
Poop more.
Poop more?
Yeah, poop more.
That's a good. Yeah, that's true.
Like when I do, I read in the bathroom because I'm in there for 40 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to do my business, and then that's 38 minutes of reading.
It's a good poop.
It's quiet in there. You get away from the animals.
That's true. I can't get away from these animals. No. Baxter sits at my feet when I'm pooping.
Yeah, he keeps your feet warm.
And Sif crawls up my leg and tries to get my lap. So
I've had a Chihuahua who won't leave me alone the past couple of days. So it's fun having a Chihuahua climbing all over you.
Yeah, I want to read more for pleasure. And recently I've been going back and reading some of the classics that I was supposed to read in high school, and I skimmed through them and run on Spark
Kill
Notes.
a Mockingbird?
It's laying right over there.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's
The
right.
Great Gatsby, Fahrenheit,
Pass.
451.
Okay. Slaughterhouse 5. Grapes of Wrath.
Catch-22.
Catcher in the Rye.
Yes, that one too. But all those books that
What about Huckleberry Finn?
No, I'm not going to read that one.
What?
No.
Not racist enough for you?
But so I'm going back, and if I see those at a bookstore for cheap or used, I pick them up so that way I can go back and read them because I think I'll enjoy some of them, especially Gatsby. Gatsby is probably one of my favorite books of all time now, just because that's the first time I ever read it. Because we had to read it in high school, but guess what? Old John just skimmed it and went on Spark Notes and got by with a B.
It's because it's garbage. We had to read that and Ethan Frome in the same class. Garbage. Let me tell you something about high school English teachers.
Let me tell you about them. They make you read some garbage, don't they?
They make you read all 7 Harry Potter books now. That's what I heard.
But yeah, those are my 2, so I'm on my last one.
That's cool. That's cool. My next one is I'm going to watch even more television this year. Now, you're thinking, that's a weird resolution because you watch TV. Everybody watches TV. No, I'm going to watch even more than I did last year.
Okay.
Now, I've, the girlfriend and I, we've each picked a show to start watching on Netflix because it's shows that we've both avoided because it's hard to enjoy a show and if you don't enjoy that show's fan base.
That's true.
And it's especially hard to get into a show, no matter how good the show might be, if everyone you know who loves the show is a crazy person. So I have started watching Doctor Who.
Oh, boy.
I finished the first season last night.
Your tweets crack me up about Doctor Who, by the way.
Yeah, well, don't thank me. Thank Jim Beam.
But, yeah, you're right. The Doctor Who fan base, and I apologize, they're obnoxious.
Well, my girlfriend also picked a TV show to watch. Hers is Supernatural.
Oh, boy.
So let me tell you something. If you thought Doctor Who had some fans, there is no TV show, movie, book, anything, not even Twilight or Buffy or anything, that has a bigger percentage of quote-unquote crazy cat lady fans than Supernatural.
I could see that.
Whenever I paste those terrible The Office fan fictions to you,
yeah.
Well, the site that I steal all those fan fictions from, when you go to like television and it lists all the it lists a show, then in parentheses how many there are for that show, how many different ones there are. Supernatural is by far. Supernatural has like 60,000 different fan fictions on just this one site. Just this one. Then it's like Buffy and Glee.
I know Harry Potter's huge on those.
Yeah,
fan fiction
I'm sure they are. But man, it's Supernatural.
But
so she's watching that. I think she's on season 3. I finished the first season of Doctor Who. So David Tennant is now in my life. He showed up in the last 10 seconds of the last episode.
Well, do you enjoy it? Do you like Doctor Who?
Well, I watched a lot of crap when I was a teenager, like syndicated cable shows like Hercules, Xena, Briscoe County Jr., all that kind of stuff, and it's a lot like those. It's a lot like those, except there's a lot more like 2 episodes later, you'll run into an alien from 3 episodes ago, and it's like, oh, these assholes are back. But it's definitely worth watching. It's a fun little thing. I'm looking forward to starting season 2 tonight. The cat is playing with
a hair
that hair tie.
She loves it.
That cat loves that hair tie.
She absolutely loves it. She plays with it constantly, and I try to teach her how to fetch. But
I'm gonna try and marathon more shows. Doctor Who, it's hard for me to marathon because they're so episodic. Because it's mostly like Monster of the Week kind of stuff. But I'm not sure how. So I only watch like a couple a night. I've watched 3 the past nights. I'm wanting to watch other stuff that I never got to watch, like Friday Night Lights. I think is still on Netflix. That's what I was going to recommend to you next. Now that you're done with everybody, John, you're not going to believe this. John, without even needing me to spend a year poking him in the butt and telling him to watch something, John got on Netflix and watched a whole run of a show all on his own.
Binge watched.
Binged it.
Yeah,
Binged
over
it.
Christmas break. Breaking Bad.
Wow. Did you get to watch the last half of season 5?
Yes.
Did you find a way?
Yeah.
He's ahead of me. I've only seen the first half of season 5.
We're not going to do any spoilers
I've actually
here.
only seen the first 4 episodes of season 5, so I've not even seen like the train or anything.
I have never seen a show. I'm not going to spoil it, so
We're not going to spoil. I'm not going to spoil it.
I have never seen a show that starts and just keeps building until and it's good all the way through.
Yeah.
And then part of that reason is because they only did 5 seasons of it.
Yeah.
And kudos to not run it into the ground, because with the way the fan base was, they could have run it into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the writing on the show is...
That's Walking Dead's job.
Yeah, for real. The Walking Dead is going to go on for 15 seasons because it takes them, whatever, that's a different story. But I also watch Walking Dead. But
Boo.
Breaking Bad it's replaced The Office as my favorite television show of all time. And that's saying
something. Wow.
That's saying something.
Well, I did not expect to hear that, folks. We have got a real breakthrough on today's show.
It is. It's amazing. And you could tell that, because I always make fun of stuff on Twitter. I never made fun of people watching Breaking Bad because I was like, okay, this show's probably pretty good. So I started watching it and I couldn't stop. So I had to bootleg the last half of the season because I couldn't wait for it to come out on Netflix.
Right.
So.
I don't blame you. I know it's at it's out on DVD. I think I might just have to pick it up. And they have a great collector's edition of the whole series. It comes in a big barrel of that methylene or whatever, those barrels that they need.
Yeah.
That's what it all comes in.
I expect Sam to binge watch it tomorrow while I'm gone because she's getting into it too.
Oh, how much have you seen, Sam? 2 seasons?
Yeah, she's partway into the second season.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you're
it's
already into Los Pollos Hermanos?
No, she's close.
Close?
Close,
okay.
yeah.
It's a chicken restaurant.
Yeah, getting close to that and getting close to Jesse getting his own place and stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's gonna.
It's a good little show.
It takes a good turn after that. So, and I got a Breaking Bad poster for my living room. That's how much I love it.
Don't look at it, Sam.
Yeah, it's a spoiler, so don't look at it.
So, who are your favorite characters from Breaking Bad?
My favorite,
other than Hank, who's obviously your favorite character.
Hank is my favorite character.
And Saul, who is the best character in TV history.
Saul is awesome, and Hank, those are my 1A and 2A.
Yeah.
Because as soon as Saul came on screen, I texted you, or I sent you on Facebook. I said Saul Goodman is the best character in television history because he was awesome.
Yeah.
And he just keeps getting better. Gus is up there because he is so awesome, and no spoilers, so I can't tell you
Mike.
why. And then Mike, Mike's awesome. And
who is now on Community.
Yeah, I saw that the other night. And then after those guys, surprisingly, it's and then it's Walter, and then probably Walter Jr.
Walt Jr.
Yeah, and I
What's
guess
for breakfast, Walt Jr.?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's something to say about a show where the main characters isn't even your favorite character because. But yeah, I love Hank.
then there'll be times where you're like, oh yeah, he is my favorite character.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the main characters do things that make you hate them and then they make you love them again. So it's the whole dynamic of the show. But
so what's next for you in the TV world?
It's actually my 5th resolution. Is to watch more TV as well.
What?
Yeah, that's why I gave you the look when you said that because I was like, that's one of mine too. But I looked up. There was an interesting article on Up Rocks, and it was about the whatever most watched television shows on
Netflix.
And I looked it up, and I was like, and I was reading through them, and I was reading through the comments, and so I want to watch Louie.
Yeah.
Because I never watched that all the way through.
Good deal.
Watson.
You mean Sherlock? I was going to tell you the other day that it only takes 9 hours to watch all of Sherlock.
Yeah, because...
And you can even skip the middle episode from every season.
Why did I say Watson? Because that's his buddy, I guess?
Because that's the Dr. Watson is his buddy.
The Hobbit. So
Dr. Hobbit.
That's the next 2, and then
who's also from some other thing.
Yeah, I don't remember, though. Arrested Development.
It was the building, the paper building. Was that the UK TV show? The paper company? Is that what it's called? They brought it to America?
The Office?
The Office? Is that what it's called? Yes, he was the original Jim.
Oh, yeah,
Tim.
you're right about that. Yeah,
Tim, the original Jim. Yeah.
It had to click for me.
What was you just said?
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development, okay.
Because the thing is, it's like Breaking Bad, you can't multitask while you're watching it. So when I watch Breaking Bad, I put my phone down, I put my laptop down, put my iPod
you'd wait
down.
for somebody to start driving before you pick your phone.
Yeah, exactly, or some downtime or something like that, because there's no downtime. It's like boom, boom, boom. So Arrested Development is another one because I know you have to pay attention to pick up on the comedy.
If you think Community does callbacks,
yeah, I can
Arrested
imagine.
Development is the best.
So that one, and then there was another one. I don't really remember off the top of my head, but there was another one. I want to catch up on Archer. I haven't watched Archer in a while, but God, I love Archer.
I'll tell you the best news show right now is At Midnight on Comedy Central. It's Monday through Thursday.
What is it?
It's called At Midnight, like
Okay.
on Twitter, and Chris Hardwick hosts it, and it's got a panel of 3 comedians, and they riff on jokes from social media and news stories from like Gawker and stuff from that day. So it comes on after Colbert at midnight.
Oh.
At midnight. That's what we say. And a bunch of L.A. comedians and stuff are on it, and people I think are funny. So,
but that's definitely mine, is to get more up to date on, because at one point I literally only watched The Office.
Yeah, I know.
Seriously, that's the only show
I was
watched.
there for that 2 years, bub. I was mad about that list of 25 best shows on the thing because it didn't have Trailer Park Boys on it.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
I did see Arrow on that list, and I thought about starting to watch it.
It's the 25. It's called the 25 best series on Netflix, and it's ranked.
Yeah, we'll grab a link to that, and I'll put it down in the About section of the video also.
You have to go through them real quick?
If you want to.
Or not? I mean,
I know 25 is Life.
Number 25 is Life.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
I have. I've not seen it.
The League.
Yeah,
I watched
The
that
League.
one, so it's pretty good.
Seen all of those.
Parenthood.
Not interested.
Okay.
I know it's good. I'm not interested though.
Raising Hope. I've heard good things about that one.
I watched the first season of it in one weekend back in school. I watched the first season on like a Saturday. It was really good. It's really funny.
I want to watch that one. I think that's going to be on my list.
Especially if you've ever been poor, it's really funny because they are lower middle class.
Yeah, the picture of this one is like them in a food aisle.
Yeah,
and like a granny is stashing some liquor in her shirt or something, and whatever. 21 is New Girl.
Yeah, Bethany just got into that, my girlfriend, and I've watched all of the 3rd season of it because it comes on after Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is great. So I watched the New Girl now too. I've not watched them on Netflix. I've actually watched the first 2 on Netflix, and I got to catch up on those. But I'm in Doctor Who now.
Number 20 is Terriers.
Yeah, that's one season. That was on FX. They got a lot of critical acclaim. A lot of my friends love it. Nobody watched it.
Number 19 is Better Off Ted.
Better Off Ted. I saw a few of it. It was pretty funny. Not a high priority, but definitely
2 seasons. I guess
watch. Yeah, it's actually only like 1.5 seasons because of the writer's strike, I think.
Number 18 is on my list. Sons of Anarchy.
Me and that show have a bit of a history. The first 2 seasons are great. After that, just remember that you're watching a soap opera. And it's based on Hamlet and Macbeth.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
I see it. It says Hamlet-inspired deaths.
Yeah.
Number 17, I know you're a fan of that I want to watch. I've watched a couple episodes. Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers is great. Bob's Burgers is one of the 3 best shows on television.
It said that it has something that Archer does not, and that's a huge heart.
Yeah.
Which really interests me. That's why I want to watch it.
Yeah,
so.
the kids are the best part.
Number 16, House of Cards, which is the Netflix original.
I want to watch that.
So I definitely want to watch that. It got great reviews. Number 15, something we both love, Parks and Recreation.
Yep.
So good.
The best show.
Number 14, The Office.
I've heard of it.
U.S. and U.K., complete series of both.
It's too bad that about seasons
after 4
7,
is what everybody says.
Yeah. Well, for me, it should have ended at Niagara Falls. But no, there were seasons 7 and 8. How often do you watch those where they have to go down to Florida and work at Sabre and all this other horse shit?
I like those.
You liar.
I do. I really do.
You liar. He also loves AIDS and smallpox, everybody.
No, they the show really did get it made up for dragging on at the end, I thought.
Yeah. Oh, the last few episodes were great.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
They were great.
Number 13, Luther, which I had never heard of.
Luther, I want to watch. That's Idris Elba, who was on The Office.
Yeah, that's Charles.
Yeah, he
was also in Thor, and I told Sam that
yeah,
it was
he's in
him, and
Thor.
she did not believe me. She's
He's
like, that is
also-
not him.
He's also Stringer Bell, who is one of the best characters ever from The Wire.
I never watched The Wire.
Which is the greatest TV show ever made.
Which I know you love. Love that. Number...
Well, you know how you binge watch Breaking Bad over Christmas. The summer before our senior year, because I stayed in the college apartments all summer, I watched all 5 seasons of The Wire in 4 days. That's what happened.
Because internet was so fast while everybody's gone too. So.
I'd had them downloaded forever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Number 12, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I've always heard great things about it, and my response has always been, it's a show for teenage girls.
Yeah.
But everyone I know who loves it is a grown man,
That's
they
true,
don't
yeah.
and they don't love it because it's a show full of chicks. They love it for the reasons you're supposed to love a TV show. But I can't use enough cognitive dissonance to separate, wanting to watch it from it's a show for teenage girls. So I know I should watch it, but I just don't. It's on the list, but it's last on the list, is what I like to say.
Number 11, Doctor Who.
Yep, I'm working on it right now.
Number 10, West Wing.
Yeah, pretty good show.
Number 9, Scrubs, which I have a love-hate relationship with. That I started watching a long time ago, and then I stopped watching, and then I started watching again, and I didn't like it anymore.
Oh, I watched it whenever, as soon as Comedy Central got the syndication rights to it, and I could see 5 episodes a day. I've watched all of it on Comedy Central.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely a good show, but boy, it'll sucker punch you.
Yep.
Every other show, it'll just damn sucker punch you. So be ready.
Orange is the New Black, number 8. Orange in the New Black.
Yeah, that's pretty
another
good. You need
Netflix
to watch
original,
it.
I think, right?
I'm 9 episodes in on that.
You like
the
it?
First season, yeah, I like it.
Number 7, another on my list, Mad Men.
Yep.
Because it has that one hot chick on it.
Yes, it does.
The redhead.
Yep.
Number 6, Archer.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
Yep.
One of my favorite shows.
Yep.
Number 5, Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, wow. You've never seen Freaks and Geeks?
No, I haven't.
Well, there's just the one season. I even have it on DVD.
I need to maybe watch that. Probably not.
That and Undeclared. You definitely,
that's
definitely.
what it
It's
says.
only
It
13
says,
episodes.
It says Freaks and Geeks / Undeclared. So.
Yeah, you can watch Freaks and Geeks, and then, if you like it, watch Undeclared, because it's sort of like them going to college.
Number 5, Arrested Development, which we've already talked about, which the cast alone makes me really interested.
If you're going to watch Undeclared, wait until after you watch Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Number 3, Sherlock, which I called Watson earlier in the podcast.
Yep.
Number 2, Louie.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how far it was up there on the list, and I started reading the reviews for it, and I was like, because in this article it calls it would be remembered as one of the most groundbreaking sitcoms of our time.
Yeah.
And that kind of caught me, so
definitely.
that's why I want to watch it. And I love the Louie as well. Though.
There was no season in 2013 because he wanted to work on making sure it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't gonna. There was never gonna be a season 4 until this year.
Nice.
Because he wanted to do other comedy things and also make sure he didn't rush into season 4.
Well, I also love his stand-up. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's good stand-up.
Obviously, I have to watch that. And number 1, of course, is Breaking Bad. So there's that, and that's.
Know, now you know.
And that's a lot of those on that list is the ones I'm going to try to watch and try to start watching. So
cool.
That's my 5th resolution.
What's our time at?
An hour.
Wow. Well, we've got one more thing to discuss, and then we'll wrap it up, because I know y'all are hungry. And wait, I'm hungry too. I'm going to go home and eat food. Okay. Well, John, what has happened to our local independent wrestling?
PWF is closed.
It closed.
Closed its doors. I forgot we were going to shoot on this a little while.
They canceled the show. I forgot too. They canceled the final show, and then they said we're done.
Yeah. Well, they canceled. Yeah, they canceled the show in December because of weather.
Yeah.
And then that's when I kind of said, that's probably the end. I don't think they're going to have another show. There's still a PWF Legion page, which if you're on Facebook, I suggest you join that immediately.
Wow. Listen, if you don't have in your life a Facebook group dedicated to your local independent wrestling, if you're not a part of that group, whether or not you like wrestling, especially if you do, you're really missing out.
Yep.
Because it's just full of people who, number one, don't understand the wrestling, don't understand that there's a business behind what wrestling. They don't understand that there's more than the actual physical part of it.
Yeah.
Number two,
they don't understand that you need to make money.
Yeah. Then number two, they're not real sure that wrestling's not real. They don't really know that, but
well, let's put it this way: they talk like that wrestling's real.
Yeah, and the big problem with that is the independent wrestlers who don't separate their personal Facebook account from their brand Facebook account, and so they just because there's nothing I hate more on this fucking planet, excuse my language, than somebody trying to kayfabe me. Now, kayfabe is a carny term for when you're trying to pull one over.
Yep.
On the mark, and kayfabe is basically in this instance means, kayfabe is protecting the quote unquote realness of wrestling, and it's like when the guy who owned the wrestling federation was talking to us about wanting us to help out.
Which would have been fine.
Yeah, he's talking to me about, the media and the social media.
Which they desperately needed.
Which they desperately needed, and the marketing and that kind of stuff. And in every conversation we had, he was talking to me as though pro wrestling was real, and I was an 11-year-old. And it's like when I try to talk to people from this school over here, and they just want to blow smoke in my butt. And it's like, stop. Look, I understand how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
I know how the sausage is made. I know it's full of pig assholes and lips. That's how the sausage is made. You don't have to. I'm here to help you pull one over on all the rubes and take their money. I don't care if you want to, be this shit company or institution or whatever who wants to fleece the marks. I understand. I get it. Just stop talking to me like I'm one of them so I can help you.
Yeah,
you know
I did commentary for them.
You did commentary, and you didn't even know who was winning the matches.
Nope. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know who was going to do a run-in.
You can't even form your narrative on. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was like that, and then and I was thinking about it, and I understand protecting the business as an independent promotion. Like, that's perfectly fine.
We have no interest in being in the wrestling business.
No.
Period.
No.
I don't want to be a wrestler. I don't want to be a manager. I don't want to be a booker. I don't want to be anything in front of or behind the camera in the wrestling business.
I agree.
We don't have dreams of it.
And I just wanted to do it because I'd always been a wrestling fan.
Yeah,
so,
I have Stockholm syndrome with pro wrestling.
Yeah.
I can't stop watching.
Yeah, I agree. It's like that. But I had no idea what was going on. The guy that was promoted didn't talk to me at all before the show. I just came up, showed up, sat down, put on the headset.
Yep.
And I was fine with that, and I'm fine with protecting the business. But, I mean, even PWF, as they were protecting the business, even the heels and the faces still came out of the same locker room.
Right.
Which, if you're going to do it old school, when I was a kid, the
come
bad
from
guys
different
came out
parts
of
of the
one
gym.
locker room.
That's
the
right.
good guys came out of the other locker room. If you're going to do it, go all out.
Bill Watt says you're not allowed to talk to each other in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I catch you two out to dinner together, it's a $50 fine.
But I think we knew what was going to happen. I think it lasted a little longer than what we thought it would, but...
definitely you'll want to join any kind of Facebook group if you're a wrestling fan for a local fan.
Yeah.
Because one thing that I really love is when fat, middle-aged, never did anything with their wrestling career people want to call you a mark for voicing true facts. And it's like, I get that it's just such a weird insular business.
It is.
It's sort of like religion in that, if they don't have faith, then there's no point in doing it because they all call each other brother. They're all showing up somewhere hoping that they'll get paid for what they do. They've got to have so much faith in this stuff. You can see why they're so insular about it. But at the same time, if you're 45 fucking years old and you've never done anything except wrestle in the Armory on the weekends, you don't get to talk shit to me about how much more of wrestling you know than me because you don't know a fucking thing.
But they
You
do.
understand?
They think that.
You understand? You're not a has-been. You're a fucking never was. You never accomplished anything in pro wrestling. Don't you dare tell me how the business works, because you can take a bump, you motherfuckers. All right. That is the end of the greatest show in David John Show history. We'll try and be back in a couple of weeks with another one. I know I only had 3 resolutions to John's 5.
Yeah.
He also talks 3/5 as much as I do.
That's true.
So,
I have to do it for a
and
living
if there's
now.
anybody who's going to jump on a 3/5 joke, it's me. Well,
play the song.
Yeah, we'll just pretend you're listening to the band's version of "Don't Do It" from the opening of the Last Waltz DVD now, and we'll see you soon. Bye.